What's up, Planeswalkers? Another day, another deck, and today we are playing a deck from the regional championship or something qualifier that we saw here. It's another top 4 regional deck, but this time it's Izzet Phoenix. Well, not Izzet Phoenix. Izzet Drakehatcher. Wow. But yeah, so this card kind of caught me off guard when I saw it. It's just a way to go ahead and get more creatures out, and I was like, huh, that really top forward the tournament. So I wanted to go ahead and test this shell with it. I know I've played this card before, but it wasn't necessarily this deck, so let's get on into it and see how we do. Alright, bejesus. Okay, this looks like a pretty decent hand, but we don't have the Drake Hatcher yet. That's something I kind of want to try and get some of, but I'm not going to turn down this hand. And yeah, I already know what you're thinking. We've already seen Cori-Steel Cutter decks. Well, you know what? I want to try and gain a little bit of rank, okay? Let me just get some wins under my belt. I've conceded that I'm not going to get Mythic probably before Final Fantasy, but I want to have some fun. Alright, Bristly Bill here, so let's go ahead and throw down a Steel Cutter. We'll swing in with the Otter. I will say the Drakehatcher makes a lot of sense. I wasn't sure about like playing 4 of them, which was kind of interesting to me because it makes perfect sense when you're dealing damage with prowess. If the opponent's, okay, they've got the ward spell. Is this going to be like the big flip deck? Maybe. Anyways, it makes sense because the opponent's going to target your monks, right? Like, they're not going to be too focused on your Hatcher. Okay, Into the Flood Maw is pretty decent for us. I think we definitely go ahead and Into the Flood Maw the Bristly Bill. Just go ahead and bounce it. And then we've got, you know, a 3/3 monk, or a 2/2 monk, I should say, and a 3/3 Otter that we swing in with. Hopefully opponent blocks the monk and trades. They don't, so makes sense. Opponent's probably going to play out their... Oh, never mind. Mossborn Hydra. I thought they'd play out their Bristly Bill, but Hydra followed by Forest is pretty good. They're going to definitely... Into the Flood Maw again. So, yeah, I mean... Sorry, that's just funny to me. Let's bounce their Hydra. Go ahead and get another monk. This might just be it for opponent depending on what we get. Come on, let's opt. Steel Cutter trigger. Oh, I can't wait until Final Fantasy. I'm going to make the most disgusting Steel Cutter decks. You know, I kind of like just using another opt, and if we get into something like a Burst Lightning, then I think we can win. We might just win. Well, hey. Did I call it, or did I? I think we would have won either way, but this is just the cherry on top. We closed it out this turn. That's why Steel Cutter is the boogeyman of the format. I'm sorry, opponent. Let's get on to the next one. Alright, Sayu 1987. I know that's 1987 probably. Kind of want to mulligan it. This isn't terrible, but yeah, I guess I keep this. I'm thinking we pitch the Stormchaser. We can play either of these. I think we go with the Verge first, show the Swiftspear, swing for 1. Next turn we can Sleight of Hand, and then we don't know. I think we gotta go Cutter, right? We just Steel Cutter. Swing for 2. Opponent's playing white. I'm surprised we haven't gotten the what was it, the card, what's the thing, council, like all of our creatures enter tapped, you know, that's like, everybody talks about how that's the perfect counter, but if you're playing like some of these, yep, there it is. So yeah, Authority is a great card here. I think we still go a second Steel Cutter, and then I may just go Sleight of Hand, because we're gonna get the monks. That's perfectly fine. They're gonna gain a life off of them, and we can't attack with them this turn. Ooh, I think we take the Flood Maw. Hopefully opponent plays a creature, but yeah, like, the monks are really good in general. I mean, they're good when they enter in with haste and you can swing right away. As long as we avoid a temporary lockdown here, I think we're in a good spot because we can still pump up the creatures that we have. Okay, they're going to get lost with Swiftspear. That's perfect. Oh. Okay, so I think we gift a fish here. Opponent's going to lose their thing. I think we win. So we can now go ahead and Monstrous Rage. Gosh, this deck is too good. I haven't even gotten a Drake hatchery yet. We haven't even been able to hatch some Drakes. And look at this. We're about to just go crazy all over. And there we go. That's game. Two Monstrous Rage and Into the Flood Maw. And -4 life with opponent is left. Alrighty, on to the next one. It does feel a little bit dirty. We all know how good. There we go. Drake Hatcher. We've got 2 of them. So I'm going to keep this. So listen now. Drake Hatcher and no Steel Cutter. Will this be what we need? Normally, if you're playing a Steel Cutter deck, you have a chance. But if you don't get the Steel Cutter, you're kind of left on the outside looking in. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what this deck, I feel like this is what the deck is built around. I'm just going to pass here. We're going to hold up the Torch the Tower. Okay, smart. Opponent's playing Skeletons. I was hoping for the mirror matchup, but that's fine by me. So let's go ahead and do a Drake Hatcher. Opponent... they looked at it for a second. I was like, does opponent know what this does? They could just cut down it right away or go for the throat. I could see that happening. I think we go force out the other Drake Hatcher here, see how opponent responds. I'm going to go with Swiftspear. They're probably more afraid of the Swiftspear because they see it more often. Well, no, they know the Drake Hatcher. Okay, nice. Nice. The opponent is playing high level magic here. That makes sense. Okay, cut down. There it is. Well, our hatchers are gone. It seems like the hatchers are a good like distraction. Maybe that's what we use it for. But we at least played them this round, right? All right, let's go ahead and get an opt. So we have the 2 spells. Oh, come on. Rena's been doing this to me. Okay, cool. That's where I click the attack too quickly and it just errors out the game. But yeah, so we're good there. Okay. Go ahead and I think we do the opt first. I'm going to kind of hold on to the Swiftspear, I think, just so that we can play the monsters. Well... now we got the other land, so yeah, I guess we go. We didn't know we were going to get that time. And opponent sees the writing on the wall. Easy peasy, just like that. On to the next one. All right, Planny. Do you got a plan for us? Okay. This might be the perfect hand. I think we keep... I'm kind of curious. I think we go... Stormchasers first. I know that may make sense, but just in case it doesn't, my thought process is now we can go ahead and send out like our Drake Hatcher. Opponent knows we're playing Cori-Steel Cutter, but probably not sure if we have it yet. But next turn, we can go ahead and Steel Cutter into Monstrous Rage on the Hatcher. Ooh, and we're going to get a whole lot of tokens. Okay, perfect. Opponent's most likely playing the Zombify deck, so we got to be real quick about this. So let's Cori-Steel Cutter. Boom, boom. Pump it up. It's going to be like, what, a 6? Dang, that's going to be a lot of tokens on it. So whenever we deal combat damage to the opponent, we're going to get that many counters on Drake Hatcher, and then we can remove 3 counters to create a Drake. The best part of this, it's a 2/2 Drake. The best part of this is we can do this at the opponent's end step even. I think that's pretty awesome. So if opponent does have any targets that are going to kill our Drake Hatcher, we can then be like, okay, well, in response, boom, boom, take them off. If they have another backup spell, then we're a little bit messed up. But yeah, I think this is going to be enough. We're going to go ahead and just get this. It's kind of like Cori-Steel Cutter light. Not really, but yeah. I think we're good here. We're going to get another Steel Cutter trigger because it's ridiculous. Steel Cutter wouldn't be as bad if they said just instant or sorcery card, not any spell. I think that's really where they messed it up. But hey, we got to see Drakecatcher in the flesh. Now we're facing Kickface. They might be playing the monks also. Ooh, double Drakecatcher. I'm simple. I think I see double Drakecatcher, and I keep double Drakecatcher, double Monstrous Rage. I've never seen that card in my life. What is this card? I don't know what opponent's playing, but okay, so 3 Monstrous Rage. Okay, that's fine. We are about to hit the opponent with so much. Whether like it can't be crude or anything, that's interesting. So here's what we're about to do. We're about to bounce their pack beasts or whatever. Monstrous Rage onto the Drakecatcher. Another Monstrous Rage onto the Drakecatcher. It's going to be a 9/7 swing. And then we can have 3 2/2 Drakes next turn also. That's insane. Okay, Enduring Innocence, that's fine by me. We also have Trample. So yeah, at their instep, boom, boom, boom. 3 for 3. We've got 3 2/2 Drakes. We're showing 8 damage alone. There. Let's go ahead and Stormchaser's Talent. We get the Prowess trigger on it. I think we might just be able to win this. Let's swing in. Opponent's going to throw a block at the Drakecatcher. That makes sense. I think we just Monstrous Rage it also. We don't necessarily win because all the Drakes don't have... well, hang on. We do win. Oh no, they gain 2. They gain 2. I can't math, y'all. Mono Red can't do math. So yeah, we get to put a counter, our opponent does, on the Weatherlight completed. They scry 1. And I think we just passed the turn. We have 5 more counters on our Drakecatcher. That's perfect. Opponent's going to go ahead and sack their Fabled Passage. They could board wipe. If they board wipe, we're kind of... oh, that's not going to do it. They're going to get a lot of creatures, but yeah. Opponent sees writing on the wall. And on to the wrap-up. So yeah, this was a top 4 regional deck. It was a slightly new play on the Izzet Cori-Steel Cutter. I do really like the Drakecatchers. I think this might be my favorite version of it because you have an extra added threat. But let me know what y'all think. And again, thank you for the support. We're now at 1,100 subscribers, so wouldn't be possible without y'all. If you haven't yet, please consider liking and subscribing. But first and foremost, last but not least, you are doing everything right today, and you matter. Good. Bye.